All right, audio's good. Cool. What's up, guys? I am here doing this video just going over, honestly, what release I'm going to try to run exclusively. I have a plethora of releases. Funny thing is, too, they're all Ultra View. So I have two Hinge 2s, stainless steel. I have a stainless steel button, and I also have the OG Hinge 1 in the aluminum. I've been shooting the button for a long time, shot the Hinge 2s for a long time. Just got my hands on the Hinge 1, and honestly, I'm liking it a lot, but I'm trying to figure out why I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my bow a little bit, close range, and I'm gonna find out what release I like the most and what release I'm gonna run exclusively. And really, the reason why I say this is because I don't like to switch releases often. Once I find something I like, I wanna shoot that. And you guys might be wondering, like, well, why do you have so many releases? Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of a waste of money, if I'm being honest with you, but I think it's not a bad idea to have a bunch so you have backups. And you know, if you're finding that, hey, I am shooting pretty inconsistently with this release, I can just switch releases again. So I have my hinges in this hand, my thumb in this hand, and we'll get shooting. All right, so I'm going to start off by shooting the Hinge 1 to preface everything. Some of these releases come with some adjustments, so if I wanted to pretty much like fine-tune something about a release, I can. With the Hinge 1, I can really only adjust where I want it to click at. So with that being said, the click or the fire, when I want the bow to go off, I can only change it when I change out the moons. So this hook is a 20 thou. So it's at 20 thou, and I think you can get it in 18, 16, and 14. But with that being said, I only have the 20 because when Ultra View did another run of these, they only had a 20. But I'm just going to shoot 2 arrows, switch to the Hinge 2, kind of give my thoughts on both, and we'll move on to the other releases. All right. Not bad. Don't mind that at all. I think the fire is a little slow for me for what I like, but it's not, I don't think it's difficult to, I guess, get used to it after with some more reps. It's nice, I like it. Just gonna shoot 2 more here. My target is so beat up. I need a new target. I gotta pick a different spot because that center is so shot out and so soft. That's another thing I don't like about this. It's not a big deal hunting wise. Might suck, but for just like target archery or just as a release in general, it's not bad at all. Some more shots with the Hinge 1 here. All right, guys, that's probably enough of the Hinge 1. Shot 6 shots total, I believe. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the Hinge 2. And if you're wondering why I have this number 1 on a Sharpie there, it's because I have 2 of these. And I try to adjust them the same, but I just couldn't get it the same. Number 1 is like slow click, slow fire. Number 2 is pretty much like how I like it set up. Let's go ahead and take a few shots out of the Hinge 2. Let's see. I like the button. It's kind of random that I brought this up, but I like the button a lot. I feel like with the button I get really punchy. When I first start using it after coming back from my Hinge, I'm able to kind of pull through the shot, relax my hands, let my thumb drag it across the barrel, but then I get spoiled and then I start to punch it a lot more, which I'm trying to get away from. So anyways, Hinge 2, first shot. Yeah, if I'm gonna shoot this hinge too, I'm definitely gonna have to make some adjustments because this thing just feels super slow to me. Like slow click, slow fire, like I'm just pulling, and nothing's happening. That's what I like about the hinge 2, is that I can adjust it, but that's also like why I like the hinge 1, is that I can adjust it, so that way it's consistent every single time. Yeah. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some adjustments to this thing. So again, I feel like it was really slow on the click and the fire. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make some adjustments here. Make everything a little bit hotter. So by me doing that, I just removed the click completely. So, all right, so I just backed everything off, made everything a little bit colder. Let's go ahead and try to shoot this again. Again, no click. So, let me go ahead and show you guys what I got going on here too. So, if you guys can maybe see, lighting's not the greatest, but I have my moons pretty spaced out and I'm still not getting a click. Fire feels okay, but again, just no click. So maybe with this specific release, I'm gonna have to just deal with a slower click and a slower fire, just so I can have that click, because I prefer to shoot with a click, but we'll see. All right, here we go. So that was after the adjustments again, and previously I am losing my click, so I just made everything a little bit colder. So we'll see if I can find where I like it, and hopefully it works out. Again, no click. That sucks. And again, I'm not saying this as like an Ultra View's fault. I think it's just the way that I like to shoot. With my other release, I feel like I shot it pretty well and I had a click when I wanted it to. But this one's just, I don't know. This is the nice thing about the hinge 2, is that I can sit here all day and just fine tune it to where I like it. And that's something I can't do with the hinge 1. So that time I got a click, but I felt like it took forever to get to the click. It took so long that I almost thought it was going to go off. It didn't go off, but it was I finally got to the click, and right away it fired. So I'm just going to make my fire moon a little colder and continue to shoot and see if anything else, if I can get used to it, if I like it, or if I'm just going to go back to the hinge 1. And we're back. So I made my fire moon a little bit hotter, or colder, and we're going to see if that changes anything. And it'd be cool if it did, but whatever, you know. Yeah, well, I'm probably going to scrap the hinge 2, at least number 1 of my hinge 2s, because I made it colder, but it felt hotter on the fire. And I did have a problem with UV before in the past with the hinge 2, where my click moon was actually slipping, and it got to the point where I just didn't even use a click anymore because I couldn't ever get it set right. And on this specific hinge, it could be that my fire moon is slipping. But I just made another adjustment and we will find out what's going on here. We'll see if I made it a little bit colder, so now we'll see if I have a little bit of space in between my click and my fire. felt a lot better, but again, it's so slow. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna try the button. All right, guys, break out the UV button. That last arrow I shot, a flexion came loose, which is why it was buzzing when I shot. But anyways, here we go. First shot with the button. If I remember correctly, I have this sync set pretty light, which I don't really like that. I like to preload my thumb and then really use back tension to actuate it. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can do all right. It's not bad, actually. That was gonna be a lot worse, but it wasn't too bad. I've been trying to follow this Joe Turner shot IQ shot process of where it's an, I think it's a open loop, closed loop, one of the two. Basically, you're actuating your release so slow that if at any point you need to stop it, you can stop it. Okay, so basically just from those two shots, I can say I can rule the hinge 2 out. So I'm either gonna shoot the hinge 1 or the button. So let me send a few more with the button and I'll give you guys an answer. Punch that one. And that's the thing that I do. I like see my pin there and I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I just I do a squeeze more than a pull than anything. That's what I don't like about the hinge or the button. Nothing against the button, it's more me, but that was a good shot. That one felt a lot better. All right, so this is gonna be my final round, just because I'm pressed on time. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my UV hinge 1 with one arrow, shoot my button with another arrow, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, so UV hinge 1 up first. Okay, now the button. That's hard. I'm liking the button a lot. When I shoot it the way I like to shoot it, I like the button a lot. But I do like the hinge because it gives me that click. I think I'm gonna shoot the hinge 1 in the meantime, hunt with this. Keep this in my pouch though, for any 3D shoots or target shoots. When the hinge, if I'm not shooting good with the hinge, I'll switch to the thumb. I'll kind of go back and forth. So it's kind of between the button and the hinge 1. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know it's a pretty boring video, but you know, if you're an archer, a pretty serious archer, you guys have a bunch of releases, I think this is a good thing to do, really. Keep shooting our releases, get a lot of arrows behind them, figure out which one you like the most, figure out which one works the best for you and provides the best results. And then there you go, you know, just did some experimenting. It's the same thing with firearms too, right? Like, well, which gun do I like? What optic do I like? What ammo do I like to shoot? Only way you can find out is when you go out to the range and you test it. So I'm all about the self-testing, self-verification, experimentation, all that stuff. I'm all about it. And if you have the facilities and resources to do so, go ahead and do it. But anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching the video. Super short, super boring, crisp video, but whatever. It's the things we got to do to be good archers. So again, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. See you guys.